Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Politically Correct Ghana Lesson 168. And today's title, or the discussion for today, is titled ECOWAS Political Leaders Reform Your Sanctions Against Niger, Coup-led Niger, Part 2. It's a part 2 of the request for a reformation of the sanctions on coup-led Niger by ECOWAS. The head of ECOWAS, as of now, today being the 7th of August 2023, there's a part 1 that I've talked about, that there should be a reformation of the sanctions against coup-led Niger, and this is part 2. The reason why I get worried is that the leader of ECOWAS is the leader of West Africa, all the nationals of West Africa, and is a leader of leaders. And that must be properly established. It's a leader of leaders and the leader of all citizens of West Africa. So anything that happens to any national in West Africa concerns that leader, and that is Tinubu. That's President Tinubu of Nigeria. He's the current leader of ECOWAS. So President Tinubu, take this clear and without any form of doubt that the steps you've taken against Niger by pulling out the electricity plug on them, on the people of Niger, is 1, it's irrational, 2, it is wickedness, and 3, it's counterproductive. I'm going to explain it to you carefully so that you get it clear. Please take note. The Nigerians, their major problem is poverty. 51% of the people of Niger are living in abject poverty. That is below the poverty line, below $1 a day. They are living in abject, 51% are living in abject poverty. So the first thing you can ever think of is, how do you solve, as a leader, constructive, productive leader, effective leader, is how do you solve that poverty? You don't go to add up to their woes. For pulling off the plug off them, you've just been irrational. Yes, because you never understood your leadership role. Your first international outing has been a flop. You pull out the plug on the people who are suffering, abject poor people. What about those sick people in the hospitals? You pull off the plug on them. How can they be healed or treated if they have to go for surgery? They need electricity to power the equipments for surgery. They need lights for surgery. You've taken all that off them, so you want to kill more people. So I tell you, it's been irrational. What about the industries that you've pulled the plug on? These people are poor and they need electricity to run their industries. So it's counterproductive. What about wickedness? All the people who are dying, is it a wickedness because of your one singular action? Pulling off the plug of electricity. Then you go on and you still show the same hawkish behavior. That is still 1980s and 1970s behavior, and that's in the international policies of the 1970s and 1980s. Ladies and gentlemen, look, please tell President Tinubu he's welcome to 2023, and this is Africa, where leadership is to help the poor. Leadership is to alleviate the poverty of the poor and not to hammer them into further poverty, not to hammer them into abject poverty. And that is what Tinubu has done, is hammering the people of Niger into abject poverty, and that's a no. You know, there's time for reform. You can reform. 1, that is replug that electricity to the people of Niger. Quickly do that. Once you replug, send Abubakar, the General Abubakar, to Niger to negotiate for you and maybe Ghana to team up, VRA in Ghana and then NECO in Nigeria to team up to extend the penetration of electricity in Niger. Extend penetration of electricity to Niger, because a lot of the Nigerians are not enjoying electricity. So extend it. VRA has done it from the south to the north of Ghana. So they can use that as a pilot and get into Niger with NECO and expand the electricity. That is what we expect of ECOWAS, and not just pulling the plug, killing more people, killing industries for a already poor country. What have you done? It's so counterproductive. Wickedness. President Tinubu, you have shown too much wickedness. This is the time for you to redeem your image, that you made an error. First step in international politics, you made an error, but you're correcting it. Go and plug back the electricity and then save the people, extend the electricity to the people, and that's how you go about it. Then to the other sanctions. Say there shouldn't be any flight in or out, commercial flights in and out. So then all those who have got their holidays cancelled. That's for the rich people. But what about people who need medication, who have to travel out? What about the road borders you've closed, the land borders that you've shut? People have to trade. They have to go. Look, you just didn't do well at all. Open those borders. Go on negotiating with them and give the people of Niger and their leaders the opportunity. This is what you have to offer. You want to build their country for them. You want to help build their country in exchange for a political or democratic sway. You have to exchange something. Always think of exchanging something. Go to the military leader of Niger. Think of exchanging something. That is, you exchange development for him not to kill the deposed leader and to give him that freedom he deserves, because you are offering him development, and that is a better way. That way, the abject poverty of the Nigerians rather, would be minimized, and that is it, because they have so much resources in that country and they can redeem themselves given the opportunity. And you have the opportunity, President Tinubu, but don't abuse it. Don't go so crude, ancient, into the 70s and the 80s kind of strategy of hammering the poor into further poverty. But as a leader, you have to what? Help the poor to come out of poverty, to be of their own. Let humanitarian flights get in. Let them send medicine to them. Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders should go in and treat the people of Niger. Then, of course, humanitarian food, both raw and then prepared food, should be sent. But don't send food from America, because they will not give you the correct food. Be selective when you are sending food from America, because they will not give you the appropriate food. They will give you GMO. Save your people. Save the people of Niger. Don't kill the people of Niger. President Tinubu, don't kill the people of Niger, but save them as a leader. But for now, you have shown ineffective leadership. The name is H. Kwame Afagulu. Thank you.